A very good morning to all of you. Dear students, welcome to this class of science. Today we are going to learn next part of the chapter components of food. At the end of this part, you will be able to explain the importance of dietary fibers and water in the body. You will also be able to define balanced diet, explain the importance of balanced diet and state the cause of obesity. In addition to this, you will be able to define deficiency diseases and name some diseases along with their symptoms caused by deficiency of vitamins and minerals. Before we start, let us recapitulate key points of previous class. The various components present in food are called nutrients. The various nutrients are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals. Carbohydrates mainly provide energy to our body. Some sources of carbohydrates are wheat, rice, potato, sugarcane and maize. We can test the presence of starch in a food item with the help of iodine solution. Foods containing proteins are often called bodybuilding foods. Some plant sources of proteins are beans, peas, gram, soya bean and legumes. Some animal sources of proteins are milk, paneer, fish, meat and eggs. We can test the presence of proteins in a food item with the help of caustic soda and copper sulfate solution. Foods containing carbohydrates and fats are called energy-giving foods. Some main sources of fats are ghee, oil, butter, cheese and milk. We can test the presence of fats in a food item with the help of white paper. Vitamins help in protecting our body against diseases. There are different kinds of vitamins such as vitamin A, B complex, C, D, E and K. Minerals are essential for proper growth of body and to maintain good health. Potassium, calcium, iron, phosphorus, iodine are some examples of minerals needed by our body. Do you know many food items have more than one nutrient? However, in a given raw material, one particular nutrient may be present in much larger quantity than in others. For example, rice has more carbohydrates than other nutrients. Thus, we can say that rice is a carbohydrate-rich source of food. Besides major nutrients, our body needs dietary fibers and water. Dietary fibers. It is also known as roughage. It is mainly provided by plant products in our food. Roughage does not provide any nutrient to our body but is an essential component of our food. This helps our body to get rid of undigested food. Some main sources of roughage are whole grains, pulses, potatoes, fresh fruits and vegetables. Water. Normally, we get most of the water that our body needs from the liquids we drink, such as water, milk and tea. In addition, we add water to most cooked foods. Not only this, many raw food items contain some amount of water. Water helps our body to absorb nutrients from food. It also helps in throwing out some waste from body as urine and sweat. The food we normally eat in a day is known as diet. Just think, what would happen if you keep on eating chocolates all the time? Yes, of course, you will have cavities, but what else? Let's find out. Our diet should have all the nutrients that our body needs in right quantities. It is essential for growth and maintenance of good health. Not too much of one and not too little of the other. The diet should also contain a good amount of roughage and water. Diet that contains all nutrients in right amount with roughage and water is called balanced diet. Why we must include different food items in our food? Because this distribution ensures that our meals have a balance of different nutrients needed by the body. Let's see a video that talks about what a balanced diet is and why it is important to eat a variety of nutrients.
What do you think it means to be healthy? Lots of different things affect how healthy we are, including what we eat and how active we are. We know that all living things need food to stay alive. Have you ever wondered why this is? Can you think of a time you felt hungry? How did it make you feel? Perhaps your tummy rumbled. You felt tired or grumpy. Or maybe you found it hard to concentrate. Why do you think we feel this way when we're hungry? Well, just like a car needs fuel to make the engine work properly, our bodies need food to be able to work properly as well. Today we're going to investigate what it means to eat a balanced diet and why eating a range of different food is good for us. What is a balanced diet? Do you think it would be healthy to only ever eat chocolate? What about if you only ever ate carrots? It's very important that we eat a variety of foods, and we're going to find out why. Food contains something called nutrients. We'll be learning all about nutrients, such as proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins and minerals. Eating a healthy diet means that the food we eat gives our bodies all of the nutrients they need to work properly, as well as giving us lots of energy to learn, play and grow, keeping us full of beans.
Do you think that people of all ages need the same type of diet? You can discuss this with your parents and grandparents. Eating the right kind of food is not enough. It should also be cooked properly so that its nutrients are not lost. Are you aware that some nutrients get lost in the process of cooking and preparations? How? Let's find out. If the vegetables and fruits are washed after cutting or peeling, it may result in the loss of some vitamins because the skins of many vegetables and fruits contain vitamins and minerals. Similarly, repeated washing of rice and pulses may remove some vitamins and minerals present in them. Many useful proteins and minerals are lost if excess water is used during cooking and is then thrown away. Do you know vitamin C gets easily destroyed by heating during cooking? As I have told you earlier, our diet should have all the nutrients that our body needs in right quantities, not too much of one and not too little of the other. Improper or poor intake of nutrients in body is known as malnutrition. It can be due to the overnourishment or undernourishment. Rahul thinks that fats would be the best food to eat, so he eats fat-rich food all the time. Do you think he is right? No, of course not. It can be very harmful for all of us to eat too much of fat-rich foods. The first condition is obesity due to the overnourishment. As we all know that fats give much more energy as compared to carbohydrates. But if we don't use up this energy, our bodies build up a storehouse for future use. Unusual fats get stored in our body. This condition is called obesity. Oh, I feel so weak and my bones ache. I must intake of calcium and vitamins in my diet. What does this statement indicate? This indicates that our body is lacking some nutrients. The second condition is undernourishment. When a diet lacks some nutrients, it is called undernourishment. Let us see a video that shows how malnutrition affects us and the country and how much our eating habits contribute to it.
You might be rich, you might be poor, but in India, that has nothing to do with eating badly. While malnutrition is still a bigger problem, obesity is not so far behind. As a result, the gap between malnourished and obese adults in India is reducing. In the years 2005-2006, underweight men and women were nearly 3 times the proportion of overweight men and women. Not anymore. The latest National Family Health Survey shows that this is the proportion of overweight women in India, and this here is the proportion of underweight women. This trend is no different for men. Economic betterment and the influx of fast foods led to a rise in cases of obesity. As our per capita income improved, the nutrition in our diet has fallen. Wheat and rice became the staple cereals while fiber and micronutrient content in the diet fell. But obesity is a problem not just for the rich. Low-income workers sacrificed a nutritious diet for food that they can afford. They have also substituted fast food chains with cheap and oil-heavy street food. The malnourished are stuck in a cycle of disease and poor immunity because of unclean surroundings. And the affluent are stuck in a cycle of a sedentary lifestyle and easy access to unhealthy food. Those who are aware of overweight causing diabetes and cardiovascular diseases are exercising. But what we need to do is not just eat enough, but to eat right.
Deficiency diseases. Diseases that are caused due to lack of nutrients over a long period of time are known as deficiency diseases. If the person do not get enough proteins in his or her food for a long time, he or she is likely to have stunted growth, swelling of face, discoloration of hair, skin diseases and diarrhea. If there is deficiency of carbohydrates and proteins, the growth may stop completely. Such a person becomes very lean and thin and so weak that he or she may not be able to move. Do you know all deficiency diseases can be prevented by taking a balanced diet? What does deficiency diseases mean? How do they occur? What are the types of deficiency diseases? I have tried to answer all these questions for you through this video.
Deficiency diseases. Many people in the world are not in a position to afford a balanced diet. People who do not get required amount of all nutrients from their food suffer from certain diseases known as deficiency diseases. Proteins or carbohydrates deficient child shows following symptoms. The child does not grow well and is thinner than other healthy children of the same age. The child looks dull. He or she does not show interest in anything. He or she is not very active and gets tired easily. The child shows loose skin and sunken eyes. He or she has very thin and have light colored hair. Vitamin A deficient child suffers from difficulty in seeing in dim light, dull and lackluster eyes. White triangular patches appear on the white portion of the eyes, known as bited spot. Dry and scaly skin. Vitamin B deficient child suffers from cracks at the corners of mouth, red and raw tongue, pain and loss of sensation in the limbs, loss of appetite. Skin of hand becomes rough and scaly. A child who lacks vitamin C in his or her food suffers from bleeding gums and scurvy. The deficiency of vitamin D causes deformities in the bones and results in the bowed legs. A disease called rickets also occurs due to the deficiency of vitamin D. Green and leafy vegetables provide various minerals to us. Lack of iron in our diet causes anemia. Deficiency of calcium results in weakening of bones and teeth.
Let us look at some deficiency diseases caused by deficiency of vitamins and minerals along with their symptoms. Night blindness. It is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin A. Symptoms of this disease are poor vision, loss of vision in darkness, and sometimes complete loss of vision. Beriberi. This disease is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin B1. Symptoms include weak muscles and very little energy to work. Scurvy. This disease is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin C. The various symptoms are bleeding gums and wounds take longer time to heal. Rickets. Deficiency of vitamin D is responsible for this disease. In this, bones become soft and bent. Bone and tooth decay is caused due to the deficiency of calcium. Goiter. Deficiency of iodine is responsible for this disease. In this, glands in the neck appear swollen. This also causes mental disability in children. Anemia. It is caused due to the deficiency of iron. It's time for you to note down the key points. What have we learnt today? Many food items have more than one nutrient. Besides major nutrients, our body needs dietary fibers and water. Dietary fibers, also known as roughage, help our body to get rid of undigested food. Water helps our body to absorb nutrients from food. Diet that contains all nutrients in right amount with roughage and water is called balanced diet. Eating the right kind of food is not enough. It should be cooked properly so that its nutrients are not lost. Unusual fats get stored in our body. This condition is called obesity. Diseases that are caused due to lack of nutrients over a long period of time are called deficiency diseases. Night blindness is caused by deficiency of vitamin A. Deficiency of vitamin B1 causes a disease known as beriberi. Deficiency of vitamin C causes a disease known as scurvy. Rickets is caused by deficiency of vitamin D. Deficiency of calcium causes bone and tooth decay. Deficiency of iodine in food causes goiter. Deficiency of iron in food causes anemia. It's time for you to note down your home assignment. Question number 1. Name the following. Part 1. A vitamin required for maintaining good eyesight. Part 2. A mineral that is required for keeping our bones healthy. Part 3. A vitamin that get destroyed easily by heating. Question number 2. Tick correct the statements that are correct. Part 1. By eating rice alone, we can fulfill nutritional requirement. Part 2. Deficiency diseases can be prevented by eating a balanced diet. Part 3. Balanced diet for the body should contain a variety of food items. Part 4. Meat alone is sufficient to provide all nutrients to the body. Question number 3. Define the following terms. Part 1. Balanced diet. Part 2. Obesity. Part 3. Deficiency diseases. Question number 4. Gaurav eats only rice and pulses in food and does not like vegetables. Do you think he is eating a balanced diet? Give reason. Question number 5. Fill in the blanks. Part 1. Dash is caused by deficiency of vitamin D. Part 2. Deficiency of dash causes a disease known as beriberi. Part 3. Deficiency of vitamin C causes a disease known as dash. Part 4. Night blindness is caused due to deficiency of dash in our food. Project work. Prepare a diet chart to provide balanced diet to a 12-year-old child. It should include food items which are not expensive and commonly available in your area. Dear students, today we have completed this chapter. Thank you for your cooperation. Stay healthy and keep learning. Have a nice day.